So first things first, Black Lives Matter. Everyone remember that.
I'm from Long Island. It took like 4 hours because there's a lot of traffic when we left.
I'm actually from Iceland, but the band is from Belgium. We got 2 other guys from France, Paris, France. And it took us about like 8 hours to go to New York. We got stuck in traffic, so it took us like 8 hours from New York.
My name is Sten, and I'm from Denmark, and it took about 16 hours to get here on a flight.
I'm from Philadelphia, Tacony section. Took me like 15 minutes the long way in my buddy's truck because I don't have a car.
I'm Balaram Shakti. I came here from Austin, Texas, so the flight was 3 hours or something. Wasn't hard. I've done it many times before.
I am from Massachusetts. It took me like 5 hours driving total to get here.
I'm from England. I got a plane. It was around 20 hours actually because we had to stop in Canada because a woman had a heart attack on a plane. So, yeah.
I'm from here, but I live in New York. So I drove down and it took me 3 hours with traffic.
I'm from Christchurch in New Zealand. It's taken like 3 weeks to get here, I suppose. It's been a long fucking trip. Almost didn't make it out of New Orleans. And what was the third question? Oh, how did I get here? In a van called Pebbles that sometimes doesn't want to work, but it's all right. We just got to massage her back and she goes again.
So I'm from Bolivia. I live in Connecticut now, so it took me 3 hours to get here.
So I'm from Germany. It took me like 9.5 hours to get here because I was flying from London.
We are from Bogota, Colombia. Colombia with O, not with U, in South America. We came flying from Bogota to New York. It was like 6 hours or so.
We come from France, from Clermont-Ferrand, in the middle of France.
We are here for our honeymoon. Our travel take 10 hours. We take a flight from Paris to come in New York, and from New York we come in Philadelphia by bus.
I am from Los Angeles, California. I got here on a plane, and it took about 5.5 hours.
We're all Swedish. We came all from Stockholm.
Took me 8 hours to get here.
11 because I was cheap and I took a layover.
All right, well, I'm a Jersey native. I live in Philadelphia now. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. It takes me like 20 minutes to get here, so it's been great.
Tokyo, Japan, 30 hours. The JFK bus. Yeah.
Number one factor in coming to this is hardcore. It's like the mecca of hardcore. Everyone comes, your friends come, so literally that is a single driving factor every year, is the fact that I want to see my friends.
I've been before, so I knew it was a good time, and then I was just waiting for a good lineup, and it was all right, so came over.
Today it was incendiary.
Basically, it was like I've been looking at this festival for some years, and this time it just fitted in my work schedule and our touring schedule. So now I'm here and I'm fucking glad to be here.
There's a lot of bands I wanted to see, a lot of newer bands that I wanted to see, like 3 Knee Deep, Mind Force, Hangman with the pre-show, Leeway, a lot of bands that I just wanted to see, yeah.
The same reason I come every year, to see bands from all over the world, to come down and support our label, To The Point Records, and support my band Apparition, and just to see friends that I haven't seen for a year.
I've been listening to hardcore since I'm a kid, and this is the fucking greatest festival out there, man, so that's why I'm here.
Okay, for me and for the guys of the band, definitely was 10-year fight. We were like waiting for that for so long. We never like thought that it could happen, so we were like so hyped about it.
Hang out with mates, meet new mates, see bands, and probably try and not drink too much.
I want to mosh with some really good bands, some cool bands you don't typically get to see all the time.
Annually, I come every year to see old friends and to get to see, myriad of bands that I would never be able to see individually.
I came here for One King Down and Harvest for sure.
What I would have loved to see was actually sick of it all, but I've seen them and they cancelled, and it's all right. I'm still having a ball here.
See my boys, man. Departed, Marauder, E-Town. Grew up with those guys. Went to high school with them. See all my friends, man. This is the one time a year that we could all get together and see each other after it's been so much time, you know.
I've lived here for 34 years. I hate most of it. I think my least favorite is the fact it's not really Philadelphia anymore. It's all yuppies. And my favorite thing is the fact that Go Puff started here, and I can get cereal and milk at 4 in the morning. It's fucking dope.
To be honest, I don't know a lot about Philadelphia. I know Rocky and the Stairs, and this is hardcore. That's it for me, man.
My favorite things about Philadelphia are like the architecture things here. The architecture is really interesting. I like the scene here. Like there's so many nice venues. Least favorite thing might be like there are so many homeless people here and junkies, and I just feel like people don't care.
Favorite thing about Philadelphia, surprisingly, I'm vegan. Philadelphia has a lot of great vegan food, and you wouldn't think that they do, but I really enjoy that about Philly. I guess the least favorite thing, no offense, the city's kind of dirty, you know.
I think Philly is all right if you like saxophone. But I think I like the Philly cheesesteaks. It's really great. I like people, and I like history. I know I'm a bit weird, but so I've been digging into that as well. Don't like beer prices, and but they're much higher in Denmark actually. but anyhow, it can always get cheaper, you know. So
I like Citywide, probably the most. It's the greatest thing ever. Least favorite things, Andrew's accent is definitely one. Getting salty.
My least favorite thing is definitely the way everyone drives. Everyone here just can't drive. But my favorite thing, the food. Like a lot of cool vegan spots around here.
Favorite thing about Philadelphia, I love the fact that it's a very walkable city. You can go and kind of find a lot of different things. There's a lot of good food. There's a lot of good culture here, which is good too.
I like the food. We don't get like Philly cheesesteaks, so that's like good. And least favourite, I don't know, I'm in quite a rough area, but that don't bother me that much.
I haven't been here long enough, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I like the fact that everything's kind of close, so you can walk it.
My favorite thing is probably Adam Rifkin.
Vegan cheesesteaks and everybody wearing an anime shirt throwing down like fuck.
My least favorite thing is that only This Is Hardcore is once a year.
Getting kicked in the head.
A favorite thing, it's hard to pick just one. We love this city. It's pretty cool. The thing that we don't like too much is about parking. It's like kind of hard when we're like driving the van. It was kind of hard like to find a parking spot.
That's too hot in Philadelphia. But what I like in Philadelphia, it's a smaller town than New York, and it's pretty cool. Everything is cool in US, except the price of beer. Yeah. It's too expensive.
Fucking expensive. The water is more expensive than soda. It's incredible.
I haven't been here enough to have any least favorite things. Everyone's been really nice. The food's great.
The humidity by far. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, even though I haven't had one yet, but I know it's going to be good.
All right, so like I said, I'm from Jersey, from North Jersey, so pizza out here is terrible. The worst pizza in the United States. My favorite thing about Philadelphia is it's so diversified, man. All types of people here.
Philadelphia has the most venues going on right now that are making the most money, and there's enough of music fandom around to support all the bands that come through.
Favorite things is pretty much the food. A lot of good vegan places around here.
I love the diversity. Like you go to the black neighborhoods, the things that aren't getting gentrified, and it's like really fucking good. Like good people, good food. Least favorite thing about Philly, probably the amount of gentrification that's going on in a lot of the more underdeveloped areas. Instead of doing some community development, they're just choosing to remove those individuals, and that's definitely fucked up. And their lack of acknowledgement for the move bombing that happened years ago, but that's a story for another day.
No, 嫌なことはない。
Only good thing.
Yeah. Only good thing. my favorite, Wawa.
Oof. Wow. That's a doozy. What song, what band would that be?
I think I would probably choose All Out War.
I gotta say Sworn Enemy, as real as it gets, man.
Probably All Out War, but I can't decide what song. I think like Into the Killing Fields. Is that a song for them or is that only the album?
Sick of it all, DNC, even though they're not going to play and they're not here, but that would be the song.
Regulator Mind Force, for sure.
What song? I don't know. Lionheart or Wisdom and Chains? Wisdom and Chains are actually the big thing for me this weekend.
Any band for the day. I don't know. All the guys in Marauder are my friends, so it would probably be Marauder.
Every E-Town Concrete song.
It would be E-Town Concrete, End of the Rainbow.
I think it would be a 10-Yard Fight song for sure, and it will be maybe Hardcore Pride. That's like our song. We were like yelling that song yesterday.
If I can choose a band to sing in this band, I would like to sing for Knock It Loose. I would like to be a part of Knock It Loose. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Force of Neglect by Incendiary is definitely about, senseless police violence and unjustified killings of individuals, and that definitely sits well with me. And as well, Oppressor by Jesus Piece, since that is for the people of color, and definitely if you're a white individual, that song isn't really for you, but it gets hyphy for the minorities that are in the crowd. So that song is always a pleasure to get on the mic for.
I got nothing for that. Enough beers and I'll sing anything.
Probably D9. You don't see D9 too much, so wouldn't mind doing a D9 song. And we like that one that he did with Lemmy from Fahrenheit 451. One King Down.
10-Yard Fight. Twitching Tongues.
I'll say Sanction because they're from Long Island.
Too many. So, Yeah of the Night, Queen's Way, Trinity Deep, too many. Destruction Night, too many.
The incredible show is Incendiary yesterday. Insane show. That's fucking crazy. All people crawl on all people and wow!
Which I would cut off my body. None of them, man. I'm proud of every one of them.
Probably none. Just get it covered up, I guess. I don't know. I'd probably get a stupid one and just so I could get it taken off.
Completely free and painless would I get removed. I'm going with this bad boy. I got it under the L for $40 in Frankfurt. And I fucking hate it. And I'm too much of a punk to get that shit lasered off.
One that I've got now. Okay, so I got a tattoo when I was 15 and it's like on my rib cage. It's like it was done by somebody very illegal and it's not a good tattoo at all.
I have a bunch of ugly ones, but I want them where they are because they are like a good remember of something at some point. Even the ugly tattoos are remembers of a good moments or bad moments or stuff. So
I like all my tattoos.
Right now? So like when you were a kid, like you play in a band, like that was my first tattoo, right? That says Out for Self. That was my first hardcore band I ever played in, right? I got that done in Jamesburg, home for detention for boys, right? With a needle and thread and magic marker ink. That would be a tattoo I would get off my body. All right?
None of them, man. All of them have a history for me, so some of them are ugly as fuck, but I love them. Because, yeah, it's part of my life.
I don't know. I never remove tattoos. I never cover, I never remove. Just continue.
That's an easy one for me. Have this old one, like, got it like 20 years ago. And I'm still straight edge, but the tattoo is crap.
I don't know, I guess I'd have to go with actually this one. I can't fuck with you anymore, Kanye. I can't. I try, but I can't.
I have nothing to regret.
Oh man, is hardcore in a good place in 2018? Yeah, it is. I think the thing that's going on now is like a lot of kids, they want to see their peers, they don't want to see their dads on stage. It's kind of, that's the kind of thing, to still keep going to shows and see something like This Is Hardcore, and then all the shows that are going on all across the U.S. Hardcore is in a great place. There's nothing wrong with it.
Hardcore is really sick right now. Like, a lot of new bands coming out doing a lot of cool things. I think it's really just popping right now.
I love that there's so many different bands here that are all doing their own thing. If I could change anything, though, it's like I want more politics. Let me be controversial. I want more politics. I want more people to actually stand up for the exact things they believe in. I don't believe that like we should keep those kind of things to ourselves, especially seeing so many people here. Like our whole existences are politicized, whether we like to or not. So I don't see the point of keeping it in for the sake of keeping the peace.
Not a lot has changed. It's still the same thing. We're still seeing the same people as 22 years ago. Of course, there are young kids coming in, and that's just great. That's how it is. And what will we change? Just nothing. Just keep it the same way. Keep the same mentality, and try to keep it cool.
Good. Now it's good.
I think it's in a good place. I think there's plenty of people around, but it can always get better. I don't know. It's like, it is what it is, and we do what we do.
There's a lot more access for everyone now because of the internet. Like, I remember calling like the Troc phone line and be like, oh shit, what shows are this week? And I'm like, but then it brings like people that just suck. It's a catch-22. It's like, we got the internet, so everyone's got music, but then sucky people come and shitbirds come. So we're in a good state. Could use a little cleaning up, but other than that, we're pretty good.
I think it's in a good spot, to be honest. Like, you hear a lot of back and forth about people saying, the culture has changed, it's not as hard as it used to be, it's not what it was, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's just the evolution of the beast. You're getting a lot of younger kids, a lot more dynamic group of people that are involved and a lot younger. And I also love to see how many more women are getting involved in it. You're seeing more women pitting, more women getting on guest spots, more women doing fucking bands, and women of color, who you're seeing more women of color show up at shows, and people of color in general. And that to me is like a beautiful thing to witness.
Hardcore right now is having like a revival, like a big revival, and I think it's big right now. But we can make it better if we stop like classifying like different kinds. Like if we're like many different stuff and we talk more like one, like the hardcore stuff. Like we're just one. We listen many different kind of hardcore, but we like coexist in the same like room as one. That's the thing that could be like hardcore even better.
From what I could see, it's really vibrant in all of the different places I've gone to. Obviously, there's an influx of younger kids. So there have already been like many waves past the wave that I was initially a part of. Actually, I wouldn't change anything. Me and people in my generation, we're not the vibrant underlying force. It's always kids who are younger, who are just coming into it, who are discovering this and using the hardcore scene as a way to formulate their burgeoning identities as individuals, as adults.
As I'm 36, I don't want to really hate too much because older people always thought like it was better in the past. I don't think so. I think there's lots of things coming up, lots of bands growing up right now. People going to shows, all ages. I really love that. Also in Germany, we have so many new bands coming up, so I like where the scene is at right now. I think people are caring about each other, and I think it might depend where you're at in the States as well, where you're at in Germany. But I think we're in a good spot here. At least what I've seen here, it's really nice.
All right, well, like I said, I'm 39 years old, man. I've been in the scene constantly since I'm 11 and 12, man. My uncle took me to my first show at CBGB's, so back then it was different, man. There was a lot more unity, everybody was together. Now, the only thing that I want more now in this scene as far as just more unity, man. Like everybody just get along, like that's what I see more that needs more now. Not, there's too many fights and BS. Back in the day, you knock somebody out, you pick them up. Now they want to fight, bring you outside, then they want to call the cops. It wasn't like that growing up, man. That was it.
So 2018, the hardcore scene, and I'm 44 years old, so I've seen a lot of the ups and downs, and hardcore comes in waves. So the biggest takeaway I could definitely tell everybody is be more inclusive and less exclusive to the scene. If you see young people just starting out in the scene, you don't want to have them be afraid or don't want to come around. You always want to make them feel included in everything.
To be honest, I'm like old school hardcore. I've seen a lot of beatdown bands this year, And I think that's awesome that there's a new generation. I might not understand it, but I think they gotta keep going and keep playing. And you know, this is what it's about. You know, this is hardcore, and whatever form it takes, that's where it's gotta go.
Can you say fucking? Okay, fucking. So-